Dear me, at 3 a.m. I know you're tired, not only because you can't sleep, but because every thought you avoided today has followed you into this room. I know you're searching for answers again, but maybe tonight you don't need to solve everything. Dear me, at 3 a.m. put the phone down for a while. You've read those final messages 100 different ways tonight. You keep looking for the moment when everything began to change, as though one hidden sentence could explain why they walked away. The room is dark and quiet, but your mind won't let you rest, turning every old mistake into proof you were your best. But pain sounds like the truth when the whole world is asleep, and every fear feels permanent when there's nobody there to speak. Dear me, at 3 a.m. please don't believe every thought. You are more than who abandoned you, you're more than what you lost. You don't have to find the answer before the morning comes. You're allowed to close your eyes without fixing what they've done. Dear me, at 3 a.m. you made it through today. Please don't let the darkness take that strength away. Dear me, at 3 a.m. stop checking if they're online. The little green light cannot tell you whether you still cross their mind. Don't type another paragraph you know you'll never send. You've explained your heart enough to someone who chose the end. And I know the empty silence makes you question what was real, but somebody leaving carelessly doesn't make your love less real. You keep placing all the blame inside your tired hands, but not every broken promise was yours to understand. Don't have to find the answer before the morning comes. You're allowed to close your eyes without fixing what they've done. Dear me, at 3 a.m. you made it through today. Please don't let the darkness take that strength away. Morning will come, even if you cannot feel it yet. The window will slowly fill with light. The thoughts that sound so loud right now will soften with the sunrise. And one day you'll sleep through the night without wondering where they are. One day their name won't be the final thought you carry into the dark. Dear me, at 3 a.m. you don't have to hurt alone. You don't have to keep returning to a heart that isn't home. Let the unanswered questions remain unanswered for tonight. Some things aren't healed by understanding, some things heal with time. Dear me, at 3 a.m. I know you're barely holding on, but the version of you reading this will still be here at dawn. Put the phone down, close your eyes. Morning is coming, and you're still here.
I don't really know where to start. It's been years now, but some days it still feels like yesterday. There are things I should have said, questions I should have asked, and moments I thought we'd have that never came. So tonight, I'm writing the letter I never sent. Dear Dad, I saw your old photograph today, the one where you're laughing in the summer rain. I held it for a while and stared, trying to remember the sound of your voice again. Life kept moving, the world didn't stop, but part of me stayed right there, standing beside you, thinking we'd always have more time. And I've learned how to carry the silence, I've learned how to hide the pain, but every now and then I hear your name, and everything comes rushing back again. Dear Dad, I still need you more than I ever thought I would. There are days I feel lost in this world, and I'd give anything if I could sit beside you one more evening, hear you tell me I'll be alright. Dear Dad, I know you're gone, but I still need you tonight. Dear Dad, there are things I've done since you've been gone, stories I wish I could tell, some victories, some mistakes, and a few battles I've fought by myself. I wonder what you'd say about my life. Would you be proud of who I've become? Would you smile and shake your head the way you always used to when I was young? And sometimes I catch myself reaching for a phone call that can't be made. Then reality settles in again, and I feel the weight of everything that changed. Dear Dad, I still need you more than I ever thought I would. There are days I feel lost in this world, and I'd give anything if I could sit beside you one more evening, he'd tell me I'll be alright. Dear Dad, I know you're gone, but I still need you tonight. Oh, maybe love never really leaves us. Maybe that's why you're still here. In every lesson, every memory, every moment I need you near. And though I can't hear your answer, I still talk to you sometimes, because a son never stops needing his father, no matter how much time goes by. Dear Dad, I still need you, and I guess I always will. Through every high, through every low, through every mountain and every hill, I'll carry your words forever, like a light that never fades. Dear Dad, until we meet always be part of me. Dear Dad, I just wanted you to know I still need you. Dear heart, we've been carrying this for too long. I know why you held on, I know why you refused to let go. But we're tired now, maybe it's time. Dear heart, why do you keep reopening doors that life is already closed? Why do you keep replaying moments that nobody else remembers? I know you're trying to protect me, I know you're afraid to lose the last pieces of something beautiful that once felt impossible to replace. But memories aren't homes and ghosts aren't company, yet somehow you've been living there for far too long. Dear heart, please let go. Please stop carrying yesterday like it's the only thing worth saving. Please let go. Not because it didn't matter, not because it wasn't real, but because we deserve to heal. Dear heart, please let go. Dear heart, I know the silence hurts, I know the empty space feels wrong. I know there are songs you still can't listen to, places you still avoid, dates you still remember. But not every wound is meant to stay open just because it once hurt deeply. And maybe moving forward doesn't mean forgetting. Maybe it means choosing yourself for the first time in a long time. Dear heart, please let go. Please stop carrying yesterday like it's the only thing worth saving. Please let go. Not because it didn't matter, not because it wasn't real, but because we deserve to heal. Dear heart, please let go. What if the best days aren't behind us? What if there's still love ahead? What if the story isn't over just because one chapter ended? Dear heart, I'm not asking you to forget, I'm not asking you to stop loving, I'm only asking you to stop bleeding for someone who no longer holds the knife. Dear heart, please let go. Please come home. We've carried this long enough. To the person who broke me, for a long time I blame myself for everything. I searched every conversation, every silence, every mistake, trying to understand why I wasn't enough for you to stay. But I'm beginning to realize you didn't leave 'cause I was impossible to love. You left because you didn't know how to love me carefully. Dear person who broke me, do you remember who I was? Before I learned to question every promise, every touch. I used to trust so easily, I used to sleep through the night. Before your love became a doorway that disappeared without goodbye. You said I meant everything and treated me like nothing. And I spent years believing I must have done something. I carried all the blame for damage I didn't make, trying to repair a heart you never planned to save. Dear person who broke me, you changed the way I love. Now every hand that reaches out feels like it might let go. You taught me not to trust the words I need the most, and now I'm scared of losing people before they even get close. Dear person who broke me, did you know where you would leave? Because you walked away so easily, but took so much of me. Dear person who broke me, I still apologize too much. Still wonder when affection will suddenly turn cold. I read between the sentences, I searched for hidden signs, because your silence taught my heart that love can change overnight. And sometimes I hate you for it, sometimes I miss you too. That's the part I never tell anyone. The person who hurt me most was once the person I ran to. But maybe what I'm missing isn't who you really were. Maybe I miss the person I believed you were at first. Dear person who broke me, you changed the way I love. Now every hand that reaches out feels like it might let go. You taught me not to trust the words I need the most, and now I'm scared of losing people before they even get close. Dear person who broke me, did you know what you would leave? Because you walked away so easily, but took so much of me. But you didn't take everything. You didn't take my kindness. You didn't take the part of me that still believes love can be honest. And the piece by piece I'm finding myself underneath the fear you left behind. Maybe I'll never be who I was before, but maybe that isn't the same as being destroyed. Dear person who broke me, I'm taking back my heart. You don't get to be the reason I keep everyone in the dark. You taught me love could hurt, but I learned that love can heal. And one day someone's promises won't frighten me, because they're real. Dear person who broke me, you no longer own my story. You may have changed the person I was, but you don't decide who I become. survived you. And now I'm learning to trust myself again. Dear person who never came back for a long time, I thought you would. I thought enough time would pass, enough days, enough months, enough years, and somehow we'd find our way back to each other. But you never came back. Dear person who never came back, I kept the door unlocked for far too long. Not literally, but somewhere inside my heart. Every unfamiliar number, every unexpected message, every coincidence felt like it might somehow lead to you. And every time it didn't, I felt the silence all over again. It's strange how absence works, how someone can leave a room, yet somehow never leave your life. Dear person who never came back, I stopped waiting, but I never stopped wondering. I stopped looking, but I never stopped hoping. And even now, after all this time, part of me still turns around when I hear your name. Dear person who never came back, I used to replay everything, searching for the moment things changed. The sentence, the mistake, the date, as if understanding it would somehow make losing you easier. But some questions don't have answers, and some endings don't make sense. Maybe closure isn't finding explanations, maybe it's learning to live without them. Dear person who never came back, I stopped waiting, but I never stopped wondering. I stopped looking, but I never stopped hoping. And even now, after all this time, part of me still turns around when I hear your name. Dear person who never came back. Oh, maybe life carried you somewhere beautiful. Maybe you're exactly where you're meant to be. And maybe loving someone sometimes means accepting they aren't meant to stay, even when part of you wishes they had. Dear person who never came back, this isn't me asking you to return. This isn't me trying to change the past. This is me finally admitting that I miss you, and I probably always will. But I'm learning that missing someone and moving forward can't exist at the same time. Dear person who never came back, I hope you found what you were looking for. Goodbye, for real this time. There's someone I can't forget. I wish I could say I've moved on. I wish I could say your name. no longer echoes through my mind. But some people leave footprints on your soul. And no matter how far you walk, they never disappear. Dear someone I can't forget, I saw a place we used to know today. And for a moment nothing had changed. You were still here, and I was still okay. The years keep passing, the seasons move on, but some memories refuse to fade. Like photographs hidden in a drawer that somehow survive every move we made. And I've learned how to smile, I've learned how to pretend, but there are nights when missing you feels as strong as it did back then. Dear someone I can't forget, why do you still live inside my head? Why does one memory of you keep waking up everything I thought was dead? I've met new faces, I've lived new days, but part of my heart never left. Dear someone I can't forget, dear someone I can't forget. I wonder if you ever think of me, if my name still crosses your mind, the way yours still crosses mine endlessly. I don't miss every moment, I don't miss every fight, but I miss the version of myself that existed when you were in my life. And maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe it's learning how to live with the spaces people leave behind and the love they didn't take with them. You're someone I can't forget. Why do you still live inside my head? Why does one memory of you keep waking up everything I thought was dead? I've met new faces, I've lived new days, but part of my heart never left. Dear someone I can't forget. Maybe some people become a chapter, maybe some become the whole book, maybe some stay in your heart forever, no matter where life took them. Maybe that's okay, maybe love doesn't always end, maybe it just changes shape. Dear someone I can't forget, I don't think this letter is goodbye. It's simply me admitting some feelings never completely die. And if somewhere you're happy, then that's enough for me. But a part of me will always carry the person you used to be. Dear someone I can't forget, hope life has been kind to you, wherever you are. Dear you, I deleted our conversations. I stopped looking at your photographs. I even told myself I was finally moving on. But whenever my phone lights up, my heart still hopes it's you. Dear you, I still check my phone at night, even when I know there's nothing there. Every sound across the room still makes me turn and stare. I don't keep your number anymore, at least that's what I like to say. But if your name appeared tonight, I'd recognize it anyway. It only takes a second for the past to feel brand new. The screen begins to glow and my first thought is still you. Dear you, I still check my phone, like you might suddenly remember me. Like all this silence could be broken by the words I've waited years to see. I know you're not about to call, I know our story's through, but every time my phone lights up, a part of me still hopes it's you. Dear you, I've learned to live without your voice. I feel the days you left behind, but moving on is easier than changing an old heart's mind. Sometimes I type the words I miss you, then erase them one by one, because reaching out would only prove I'm still where you left me from. And I hate that something so small can pull me back so far. One vibration in the darkness, and there you are. Dear you, I still check my phone, like you might suddenly remember me. Like all this silence could be broken by the words I've waited years to see. I know you're not about to call, I know our story's through, but every time my phone lights up, a part of me still hopes it's you. Maybe one day it will ring and I won't need it to be your name. Maybe one day I'll see the screen and feel nothing but okay. Maybe healing is not one goodbye, but 1,000 little choices. Not to search, not to send, not to wait again. Dear you, I still check my phone, but not as often as before. And maybe soon your memory won't keep me watching every door. I know you're not about to call, and I'm learning to accept the truth. But tonight when my phone lit up for one last second, I still hoped it was you. It wasn't, and somehow I think I'll be okay. Dear you, I tell people I've moved on, I tell myself that too. But every time my phone lights up, a small part of me still hopes it's you. Dear you, the seasons changed without permission. Years slipped quietly away, yet somehow part of my heart still lives in yesterday. I don't drive past your street anymore, I don't read our old messages, but some nights your memory finds me like a song I never requested. And I've gotten better at hiding the things I don't understand, like why a person can disappear yet never truly leave. Dear you, I still wait, even though I know I shouldn't. I still look, even though I know I won't find you. And every time my phone lights up for half a second, I believe that maybe after all this time you'll finally think of me. Dear you, I still wait. Dear you, I wonder if you're happy now, if life gave you what you needed, or if sometimes in quiet moments you remember what we could have been. There are things I wish I'd said, and things I wish you'd known, because some goodbyes happen loudly and others leave you all alone. And maybe that's the hardest part, not knowing how the story ends, just carrying unfinished chapters long after the final page. Hear you, I still wait, even though I know I shouldn't. I still look, even though I know I won't find you. And every time my phone lights up for half a second, I believe that maybe after all this time you'll finally think of me. Dear you, I still wait. Maybe you're never coming back, maybe that's the truth, but hope can be a stubborn thing when someone once meant everything to you. Dear you, I still wait, not because I can't move forward, but because some part of my heart never got the chance to say goodbye. And if this letter never reaches you, maybe that's okay. I just needed to admit that after all these years I still wait. Dear you, I hope you're happy wherever you are. Dear younger me, I've spent years wishing I could sit down beside you, not to change everything, not to stop every mistake, just to tell you a few things you really need to hear. Dear younger me, you're standing there with your whole life ahead, trying so hard to be somebody while fighting battles inside your head. You think everyone else has the answers, you think you're falling behind, but the truth is nobody really knows what they're doing most of the time. And I know you lie awake some nights wondering if you'll be enough. But there's so much strength inside your heart, even when life gets rough. Dear younger me, you don't have to carry the world. You don't have to prove your worth to every boy and every girl. One day you'll learn the things that matter most are the people that love you, not the dreams you chase the most. Dear younger me, you're doing better than you know. Dear younger me, you're gonna lose some people and some will walk away, but not everyone who leaves your life was meant to stay. You'll make mistakes you'll never forget. You wish you could rewind time, but every scar becomes part of the story that helps your heart survive. And every tear you cry in secret, every fear you hide away, will become the wisdom you carry into a brighter day. Dear younger me, you don't have to carry the world. You don't have to prove your worth to every boy and every girl. One day you'll learn the things that matter most are the people that love you, not the dreams you chase the most. Dear younger me, you're doing better than you know. If I could sit beside you now, I'd tell you not to be afraid. The road gets hard, the road gets long, but somehow you'll find your way. And all the things you hate about yourself won't matter in the end, because you'll discover your greatest strength is simply being who you are. Dear younger me, keep your heart open wide. Keep believing better days are coming, even when you wanna hide. One day you'll look back and finally understand that every step, every fall helped shape the man you became. Dear younger me, I'm proud of you. Keep going, you're gonna make it. Dear you, I know we didn't become everything we promised. I know forever ended sooner than either of us imagined. But there's something I need you to understand. Just because we ended doesn't mean I lied. Dear you, I meant it when I said your name, like it was the safest place I knew. I meant every late night promise, every time I said I'd choose you. When I held you in the kitchen, when we planned the years ahead, I wasn't speaking carelessly, I believed every word I said. Maybe love can still be honest, even when it doesn't stay. Maybe something can be real and still somehow fade away. Dear you, I meant every word, every I love you, every I'm not going anywhere, every dream we built together, every future that we share. I know our story ended, I know forever disappear. But please don't turn our memories into something insincere. Dear you, I meant every word, even if those words couldn't keep us here. Dear you, I know I made mistakes, I know I wasn't always strong. There were moments when my silence made you feel like you were wrong. But when I said you matter, when I said you changed my life, those weren't lines I used to keep you. They were true at the time, and maybe that's the cruelest part. Two hearts can mean it all, then slowly lose the strength to stop everything from falling. Dear you, I meant every word, every I love you, every I'm not going anywhere, every dream we built together, every future that we shared. I know our story ended, I know forever disappeared. But please don't turn our memories into something insincere. Dear you, I meant every word, even if those words couldn't keep us here. I don't need you to come back, I'm not asking you to stay. I only need you to remember that I loved you in a real way. Maybe promises can break without beginning as a lie. Maybe people can love deeply and still have to say goodbye. Dear you, I meant every word, every trembling confession, every truth you ever heard. When I said you were my person, when I pictured growing old, I wasn't trying to deceive you, I believed what I was told, that love would be enough to keep two people from goodbye. But sometimes even honest hearts can run out of time. Dear you, I meant every word, and part of me still means them tonight. We didn't last forever, but I loved you honestly. I hope one day that is enough. There's someone I miss every day. I thought missing you would happen only on anniversaries, or when I heard our song, or past somewhere we used to go. But it isn't like that. You appear in the smallest moments, a familiar smell, an empty seat, a joke nobody else would understand, and suddenly you're everywhere again. Dear someone I miss every day, you found me in the supermarket aisle, in the coffee that you used to drink, in the stranger with your smile. You found me in an old song, playing softly in a crowded place, and for one impossible second I thought I saw your face. Life keeps moving around me, people come and people leave, make you smaller, just a memory fading away. But somehow losing you became a part of every day. Dear someone I miss every day, you're in the silence after people go. In every story I still wanna tell you, in every place we'll never know. I don't cry every time I think of you. I've learned to hide the ache, but there's always one small part of me that still looks for you each day. Dear someone I miss every day, I hope you knew how much you meant to me. Dear someone I miss every day, there are things you'll never see. The person I am becoming, the life still happening to me. There are moments I feel happy, then feel guilty that I do, as though smiling without you means I'm leaving you behind too. But maybe moving forward isn't losing what we had. Maybe love can hold the beautiful without living in the sad. And maybe I can carry you without carrying all the pain. Maybe missing you can soften without ever going away. Dear someone I miss every day, you're in the silence after people go. In every story I still wanna tell you, in every place we'll never know. I don't cry every time I think of you. I've learned to hide the ache, but there's always one small part of me that still looks for you each day. Dear someone I miss every day, I hope you knew how much you meant to me. If I could have one ordinary hour, I wouldn't ask for anything grand. I'd sit beside you somewhere quiet and reach across to hold your hand. I'd tell you all the little things I thought we'd have more time to say, because I never knew the smallest moments would be the ones I'd miss this way. Dear someone I miss every day, I'm learning how to live without you here. Some days your memory feels like comfort, some days it still disappears me. But I won't let the pain erase the love that you once gave. I'll keep finding you in ordinary moments, in every step I take. Dear someone I miss every day, you may not be beside me, but you never really went away. I thought the day might be different, and something reminded me of you. It always does. Dear person, I'll never never stop loving. This is the last letter, not because I have nothing left to say, but because I finally understand that some words are meant to be written, not delivered. I spent so long believing that letting you go meant the love had to disappear. But maybe it doesn't. Maybe I can love you and still close the door. Dear person, I'll never stop loving. I kept you alive in so many ways, in messages I never deleted, in plans that time slowly erased. I waited for your name to appear, I turned whenever someone said it, and every night I promised myself tomorrow would hurt a little less. But morning came, and you were still missing, and somehow I was still here. I thought moving on meant losing every beautiful thing we knew. But maybe healing isn't forgetting. Maybe it's remembering without needing to return to you. Dear person, I'll never stop loving. I'm finally letting you go. Not from my heart, not from the memories, but from the future. I kept hoping we would know. I can love you without waiting. I can miss you and still move on. Dear person, I'll never stop loving. You can stay inside my heart, but you can't be where my life stops. Dear person, I'll never stop loving. There were nights I almost called, times I wrote your name beneath every reason we had fallen apart. I blamed myself, then blamed you, then blamed the world for changing us. But perhaps there was no single moment, perhaps love simply wasn't enough. And I know that sounds unbearable, because once you were everything to me. But even the deepest love cannot force two lives to remain where they no longer belong. So I won't ask you for answers, I won't ask whether you still care. Some questions only keep us standing in places where nobody is there. I'll never stop loving. I'm finally letting you go. Not from my heart, not from the memories, but from the future. I kept hoping we would know. I can love you without waiting. I can miss you and still move on. Dear person, I'll never stop loving. You can stay inside my heart, but you can't be where my life stops. I'll remember the nights we laughed until morning found the room, the promises we whispered because we truly thought they'd come true. I'll remember who I was beside you. I'll remember who I became when you left, and I'll forgive the version of me who waited far too long because he wasn't weak. He was only trying to save something he believed was worth saving. But tonight I'm putting the phone down, I'm leaving the empty chair empty. I'm folding every letter, and for the first time I'm not hoping you'll come back to read them. Dear person, I'll never stop loving. This is not another plea. I'm not asking you to remember us. I'm finally remembering me. I can carry what was beautiful without carrying all the pain. I can bless the love we once had without begging it to live again. And if some part of me still loves you when I'm old and turning gray, that doesn't mean I wasted my life. It only means you matter that way. Dear person, I'll never stop loving. I hope the world is kind to you, but I'm no longer waiting for your life to bring you back into mine. This is the last letter. I'll keep the love, I'll release the hope, and tomorrow I'll finally begin without you.